music kind of sets the tone. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we came up from the Def Jam Comic View era where, your intro song kind of is
Yeah.
kind of a small little extension of your act. Like if you come up to a trash song, you already, kind of dug yourself a little hole with black folks. Like, what the hell he coming out? But then on the flip side, you see like seeing a white comic go to a black room and like a not a white comic who tries to be black, but like just a regular white dude come up to a rap song, automatically always kills.
When I think of comedy intros and music, I'm gonna say
Mm,
my
mm.
favorite. I hate saying favorites because then I feel like I think of something later and be
You
like, that
singing
is not
something
my
else, yeah.
favorite. But I'm gonna go with Cat Williams hustling. And it was the
That was
way he used it as a instrument to get the crowd
mm-hmm,
hype and to start over. And he used comedy as
mm-hmm,
a part of that. And I think that's what made it
mm-hmm,
so dope and memorable to me because it's like you're
mm-hmm.
laughing, but hustling is a dope song. So it does get
Yeah.
you hype. And he was playing with
Mm-hmm.
the energy. So it's like
Yeah.
every time he would replay it, it's like his energy would get bigger,
Go.
the
Yeah.
crowd's energy would get bigger, and it was just this whole thing. So, like, for you,
Mm-hmm.
what song is your song that you walk out on? Why did you choose that song for that?
Okay, so for me, I'll kind of bounce around. I'll choose different. It kind of usually it just goes by. Like if I'm doing like a mainstream club, I'm doing one of the A clubs, and it's not necessarily a black act or our night, and it just needs to be just something because more times than not, white folks don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm doing one of those nights, go-to song, Rick Ross, uh, Super High. The very beginning is a cool little instrumental riff. It's long enough where I come up, cut it, but it's a good song. And plus I guess I've used it so much that when I hear it, it's almost like the Pavlov effect. Like, okay, it's time to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'll use when I'm doing those clubs because it's just an instrumental, no mute, no words. Boom, they don't care about that. Now, as far as with black shows, I used to always try to look out to the crowd and be like, all right, what do they want to hear? What do they want to feel? But now it's pretty much like I'll be on the way to a show and hear a song and be like, that's what I want. That's the song I want to use. So usually I'll change. It just goes by my mood. Like what I do, I did Red Rum. Last show we did at Zanies for the residency. I did Red Rum, 21 Savage, because I just felt I heard that on the way and was like, dang, I forgot that kind of does bump. So it kind of, stuck with me. Uh, Shoot, I mean a little bit of everybody, but I just kind of switch it up, usually for black shows, just because music kind of sets the tone. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we came up from the Def Jam Comic View era where, your intro song kind of is
Yeah.
kind of a small little extension of your act. Like if you come up to a trash song, you already, kind of dug yourself a little hole with black folks. Like, what the hell he coming out? But then on the flip side, you see like seeing a white comic go to a black room and like a not a white comic who tries to be black, but like just a regular white dude come up to a rap song, automatically always kills. Like it's the easiest thing just because just the juxtaposition of seeing this person come up
Yeah.
and that already buys them an extra two,
Yeah.
3 minutes
Horny
because
white
they're
dudes
already
get to go to the
exactly
cookout. Easy
that
invite
automatic
to the cookout.
exactly. So that buys them a little time. So it's a it's weird because for me, a lot of times, there's times I'm like, Ashley, I don't even care. They'll be like, what song you want to play? I'm like, man, whatever you play, DJ. If it's some place that maybe I'm not that familiar with, I don't want to put too much pressure on the DJ and him have to figure out this, that. Man, whatever you play, I'm gonna cut it off in a second anyway. If I ain't funny, these people don't care what song I came out to. You know what I'm saying? But you just kind of I'm bouncing around sometimes.
Okay. Uh, I got two questions. It's a two-part
Mm-hmm.
question. If you had a Netflix special, what song would you come out to? And what comedian has the best interest? Like your favorite intro from a comedian?
All right, so my favorite intro was from Sinbad. He did a special back in the day called Brain Damage. And he came out, and this is New Jack Swing era. So it was I can't remember what song it was. I just remember he came out and did like a routine, like a dance routine, but it was cool. It was funny because he was like trying to keep up with the young dudes, but he was still kind of doing the moves. It was kind of on like some Heavy D and the Boys Kid and Play kind of choreography, like one of those type thing. It was '90s, it was like early '90s special. And I just remember seeing that and being like, dang, like a comic, like he's a comedian, but he's doing that. Like he's entertaining, just from that set. I just remember that being dope to me. I can't even remember what song it was. I just remember they had the loud windbreaker jumpsuit, you know what I'm saying? Like it was, and he came out and danced like the beginning of his beginning of his special. I think for me, man, that's a good question. What I would pick for myself, dang, Ashley got me. You know what? In my mind, I felt like, and it's not even a bumping song; it's more personal, but it may have to end up being Elevators, just because the idea of we doing these hole in the wall clubs like that always resonated me, like doing comedy, like you go do a little chitlin circuit room and maybe killing it, and then you go do a big room or do T-Pack, and it's like, yeah, but we still got to go do these hole in the walls, so maybe that, because I know it's not the hypest, but it may be a more personal for me, because it's like, all right, this is like a culmination. If I was on that stage, like having that, it's like, all right, it's a culmination of everything. So it probably be Elevators. I know it's not the most bumping song, but it would be more personal.